Is there a game with a gameplay system you found the most entertaining but couldn't find it in any other game? Valkyria Chronicles. Of course, there's XCOM, right? Of course. So it doesn't count. Maybe Yggdra Union. Well, I get the feeling there's another game with a morale bar. Not The Last Remnant. Definitely not that piece of shit. Yggdra Union's another one. In my opinion, the Fire Emblem series have the best tactical combat. Well, it's my favorite tactical combat when it comes to strategy RPGs. And the Suikoden series have unique battle systems because they mixed several systems, you know. That's where their uniqueness comes from. But every single battle system in the Suikoden series, separately, it's not that unique. And you can easily find other games like with similar battle mechanics, so definitely not. Damn, Grandia? No, there are others that are similar to it. It's not that unique or original. Well, there are some that are unique and original, but not that much, you know, Grandia, Shadow Hearts, Lane of Legaia. Sure, they have a small thing that makes them stand out, but it's not like, wow, super unique. No. Super creative? No, not really. Resonance of Fate is pretty damn unique, but I fucking hate the game. So that can't be my answer. Eternal Sonata. I feel that there's another one. I feel like there's another one that has a similar battle mechanic. It's escaping me right now. Because Eternal Sonata is turn-based. And then you gotta move your character towards the enemy and make a position to be... Oh, that Dead End Request. Right? Dead End Request 1 and 2 have similar battle mechanics, pretty similar to Eternal Sonata. But Eternal Sonata is it's just very unique. And in Dead End Request 1 and 2, you toss the enemies around, they bump into each other, they bump in the screen, in the walls, you know, and do more damage. It's pretty unique, and I love it. And I can't, other than Eternal Sonata, I can't think of other like it. So those two will be up there as some of my favorite battle systems that are extremely unique, and I can't find anywhere else. I didn't like The Last Remnant. That's why I said that game, no. Last Remnant was bad, in my opinion. Astral Chain? No, it's not that unique. I mean, you do control two characters at the same time, but... Yeah, it's unique, alright, but not that unique. Okay, maybe. I did a video called Top 25 Most Unique Battle Systems in JRPGs last year, which is pretty much a remake of a trilogy of videos I did like 6 years ago, holy shit. So check it out. Chrono Cross. I don't absolutely love the battle system in Chrono Cross, but it's pretty unique. And what else is there? I mean, it's hard to find something like it. 13 Sentinels, it's not that unique, it's merely a real-time strategy game. You have this turn-based option where you select one character, the direction you want them to go, and the action they are supposed to execute, and that's it. There's nothing that original in 13 Sentinels. It's a good combat though. I'm a big fan of strategy RPGs and real-time strategy RPGs, so I loved it, but it's not that unique. Vagrant Story, that's unique. Okay, I'll give you that, but couldn't get into the game. Same with Front Mission. I think I prefer Parasite Eve. I love that battle mechanic in Parasite Eve. Final Fantasy 12. Again, not that unique, but good. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was a blast. But I can't pick Xenoblade Chronicles 3 because the battle system is pretty much an evolution of the previous games. So it's not like, oh, the battle system is nowhere to be found anywhere else. But some unique perks to Xenoblade Chronicles 3, some unique details in the battle system, I can't find them anywhere else. Like the chain combo system, where you start doing that and you click buttons and then the chain attacks. Chain attacks are pretty common, you know, but not in the way they are executed in Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Valkyrie Profile, it's also a pretty unique game. Valkyrie Profile 2, definitely, where you can just you have stationary enemies, right? And it's like a little bit like Eternal Sonata. You gotta take your characters, your whole party there. In Eternal Sonata, you only take one character with you, and in Valkyrie Profile, you can take the whole party, or you can do it separately. Separately, it's a bit harder though. I was never able to pull that off because I getting my ass kicked. But sometimes, if you want to trigger an enemy attack, you can use one tank, separate that tank from the party, have the enemy beat the crap out of that character, and then counterattack with the rest of the party. Valkyrie Profile 2 Silmeria definitely has a battle system that I haven't seen anywhere else. Definitely one of the most unique and original battle systems ever, period. I guess that will be my answer. Final Fantasy VIII? No, not really. It's just regular turn-based combat with the junction system. Yeah, there's some uniqueness to it, but no, not really, not really. Magna Carta, yeah, probably because you got this ring, and you gotta click the right button at the right time to make it work, which is also why the game is really challenging, that combat, but it's unique, certainly unique. I haven't talked about Dead End Request Code Z, but I watched the trailer a couple of days ago, and honestly, I'm interested, but it looks like a dumb spin-off. I don't think it's gonna be that great of a game, but I'll play it. I'll definitely play. I'm a fan of the first two games. Characters from those two games will appear in this new one. The protagonist looks very interesting. Huge breasts and shit. But it's a roguelike. I mean, I'm not really a fan of roguelikes, but I'll give it a chance, definitely. It's gonna be released this year in Japan. Who knows when we'll get it? Probably next year. Dead End Request has a different subtitle. Anyway, I want a sequel to Astral Chain. Me too! That would be great. I would personally like a sequel to Astral Chain, though I get the feeling it's never gonna happen. Platinum Games aren't that known for developing sequels. But yeah, sure. I would love to play Astral Chain 2. The JRPG character I wanted to like but couldn't. Tidus, probably. Yeah, Tidus, because sometimes he had these funny moments and jokes. Sometimes he was relatable. But in the end, I just couldn't. Fuck that guy. He's an idiot, and most of the time he isn't funny. He's a bad protagonist, in my opinion. Tidus. Van, I gave up. Final Fantasy 12, I gave up from the start. I was like, why is this guy the protagonist? He's fucking irrelevant. What's he doing here? You know, I didn't even try to like him. But Tidus, I did try to like him. Who else? I tried to like Avan from Valkyria Chronicles 2. I really tried. I was like, some parts, some things was like, he was funny. And his whole brother arc was good too, but in the end I was like this, oh my god. Luke from Tales of the Abyss. But Luke I ended up liking at the end. He comes through, you know, and he's a decent protagonist, but it takes a lot of time to get there, for him to get there. 80% of the game he's a fucking jackass, man, and so unlikable. So in the end I just couldn't like him that much. Yeah. Some of the Atelier protagonists, man. Aisha, for example, Meruru. I tried. I was like, okay, she's gonna grow on me. She's gonna grow on me. I know she will. She didn't. At the end of the game, I was like, no fucking way. Like, Rorona grew on me. I love Rorona. Say whatever you want about that game. I love Rorona. The Shallies. I love Shalistera, the one with the black hair. But even the other one, I didn't end up loving her, but she kind of grew on me. Charlotte. One of the shortest miniskirts ever in a JRPG character. They tease us in that game over and over again with some battle animations. She kind of grew on me, right? But yeah, Aisha, for example, never grew on me. She was just as generic as the beginning of the game. In the end, she was the same generic girl. Rise is kind of a mixed bag. Anyway, that's enough examples. Which character you thought you will hate but ended up loving? Let's see. I thought I will hate but ended up loving. I just gave you an example of a character that I thought will hate but ended up liking, just not loving. That's a stronger word. And that was the other Shally from Atelier Shally. Character that I thought will hate but ended up loving. Wow, let me think. It's gotta be one of those many lolly characters. Like, I hate lollies in JRPGs, right? But there's a few of them that I actually like. it's gotta be one of those that I was like, oh my god, this little fucking girl is gonna be annoying as hell, you know. And at the end, I was like, oh my god, I loved her. Who though? There's gotta be one. Come on, memory, don't fail me right now. There's gotta be one. I can't think of one right now because most of the time, you know, I end up hating the characters no matter what. Annoying lollies. Or jackasses, you know, the classic like Celos from Tales of Symphonia. Fuck that guy, man. He never grew on me and I hated him the entire game. Hated him again in Symphonia 2. Never grew on me. Here's one. Martha. Not a lolly, but Martha from Tales of Symphonia 2. Wow, I'll never forget. At the beginning, I was like, there's just something off with this girl. She's just something, you know. She's like really upbeat and kind of a jerk sometimes and kind of like idol-ish behavior. I don't know, I thought I would hate Martha and I ended up loving her. Sure, you know, I don't fucking love her like, oh, passionate. No. She's one of my favorite Tales characters, no. But I loved her at the end. She grew on me. Yeah, there's a special place in my heart for Martha from Symphonia 2. Definitely. Edna from Cesteria? No. I never hated Edna, but I never loved her either. She was just fine. She's a good character with good moments and bad moments, and that's it. She's an okay character for me. I see why a lot of people hate her, and I see why a lot of people love her. But she was just right there. Magilu from Berseria. Now that I'm playing it again, oh yeah, that was the first time I played that game. My god, man, I hated Magilu with a passion. I was like, this isn't funny. She's just a dumbass. Her dialogue seems forced. My god, you know, and she was, this outfit she had, like, really colorful and dumb, and the books around her, I was like, man, no. But she grew on me a lot, and she kept on growing and growing and growing, and I fucking love her. Magilu is one of my favorite female characters across the Tales series. Definitely, I fucking love Magilu now. Perfect example to answer your question, Magilu. I really thought I would hate her. Tita? Nah, Tita is just like Edna for me. She's like, okay. I never hated Tita. I like Tita. But she never quite grew on me, you know. She was just okay-ish at best. You know, there was a moment, a very small moment at the beginning of Trails in the Sky where I thought I would hate Estelle. Yeah, I know. You're probably gonna be like, what? The biggest Estelle fanboy admits that he kinda hated her at the beginning, but it was just short-lived. After the first 2 or 3 hours of the game, I started to fall in love with Estelle more and more. It didn't last long. But yeah, funny story. Nanako from Persona 4. Never grew on me, man. Never. I prefer Maiko from Persona 3. And her scene made me cry. There's a scene with her and her parents. Oh my god, it's just, I couldn't resist. Broke into fucking tears, man. But no, Nanako from Persona 4, she was like annoying the whole game. I don't hate her, but I don't think I like her. Speaking about Persona 4, no. Maybe Chie. I don't love Chie, but I'll admit she grew on me. At the beginning I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hate this character so much. But no, at the end I was like, she's alright. I like her. But love her? No. Yukiko was the opposite, you know. I don't hate Yukiko and she's my girl. And I romanced Yukiko in that game. But it's the opposite, you know. I loved her during the first hours. I was like, I love her. I fucking love her. But then eventually it went down. I still love her, but my love decreased a bit. At the end I was like, I don't know. She didn't get the best character development in the game, you know, Persona 4. Ren from Trails in the Sky. Same with Edna, you know. I like Ren, and obviously I like Ren more, way more as an adult. In Cold Steel 4 or Reverie. But I wasn't there. I don't know what people see in Ren, to be honest. I know she's a tragic character, and if you play Trails in the Sky the Third, you understand her arc, and she's such a tragic character, and people love their tragic characters. I know that, but I hated Ren in the Sky trilogy. I fucking hated Ren. But when she grew up, she was alright. I didn't love her, but she was alright, you know. Yukiko was very, very boring at first. What I'm trying to say is that it was the opposite for me. She was like amazing, and then she got a little bit boring near the end. Sans in Undertale. Haven't played Undertale. I will one of these days. Xion in Tales of Arise. No, I loved her from the beginning, all the way till the end. Maybe Rinwell, but I don't think so. Rinwell is just like Yukiko at the beginning. I was like, hey, I like this character, but she never grew on me. She never. Same of the guy. What was his name? The guy fights with his fist. The kid, you know, that kid, you know, he was like, meh. This guy, okay, let's see if this guy grows on me. He never did. I don't hate a single character in Arise, though. I don't hate a single one of them. Law, thanks. Law, he was like, eh. The guy, the red-haired guy, brown skin, pretty useful in battle. That guy was also like, I know this guy looks intellectual, you know, he's gonna grow on me. No. At the end, he was like, I don't care about this guy. Couldn't care less about this guy. Dohalim. Yeah, I really wanted to like Dohalim, but he never grew on me. I was expecting that moment, you know, that awesome character development. I mean, oh, this guy is awesome, but no. So Alphen, Xion, and Kisara made the game for me. The other three are like, meh. Grandia 1 and 2, both main girls. I love Sue. I know she's not the main, but I love Sue. I mean, come on. If you create and develop a character like Justin, and then develop a character for like Sue for Justin, you know, to be that kind of opposite, I love Sue. To keep him in check, you know. Who doesn't love Sue? I love Sue. Fina, though, I don't know, she never quite grew on me. I like her, I just don't love her, you know, she's okay. And then Grandia 2 has a special... because it's special because you got these two girls, which is two characters in the body of one girl, right? And I love her both because they are exact opposites in everything. But the one thing they have in common is that they're both in love with Ryu, though. Fucking threesome, that guy. But yeah, I love them. I love them from the start. Anyway, who's your favorite JRPG character of all time? Probably Harley from Chrono Cross. Yeah, Harley from Chrono Cross. I love her. I fucking love her. I love Oswald from Odin Sphere. Favorite male character. That sounded kind of weird. I'm not into guys, but he's such a badass and a tragic character, and his development, I kind of relate to him, you know. I like Oswald from Odin Sphere. Probably my favorite male character. Female character, Harley from Chrono Cross. Antagonist that you felt empathy, not sympathy, empathy for. Woo, man. So Infinite Wealth. Definitely not. Well, I understand there's two main antagonists in that game. And the antagonist from Japan, let's leave it at that without spoiling. I understand what he was trying to achieve. But I wouldn't call that empathy. Like, I understand, I see it, why, but I don't really accept that. I can't put myself in his shoes, you know? What else is there? So, Eiyuden Chronicle. No empathy for that guy. He's not as evil as Luca Blight from Suikoden 2, but no, man, empathizing with a fucking tyrant like that? No way, man. Who else? Come on. What was there? Persona 3 Reload, which is the same antagonist as the original versions. Yeah, totally. But it's kind of weird to empathize with character like that, I can't discuss my empathy for the main antagonist in Persona 3 because it's a big fucking spoiler, so let's just forget about that. But we can use the other guys, right? The three, Chidori and Takaya and... Was it Takaya? Yeah, those guys, right? Nah, you know... Chidori, you can empathize with her because of her arc and development. No, let's not spoil anything. Well, the other two guys are like, kiss my fucking ass, man. Fuck these guys. How about Unicorn Overlord? Well, Unicorn Overlord is more on the political side of things. Like, it's just politics. It's just... I mean, you do understand the motivations of the main character and why he did what he did, but I'm a firm believer of the quote, "The end does not justify the means." So fuck this guy. How about Grand Blue Fantasy Relink? Same, it's the cultist mentality, the fanatic mentality, trying to revive the ancient evil, and no, that's just evil, man. I can't relate to characters like that. To me, that's just like the political warfare from nowadays. The cancel culture people are just like freaking cultists, you know. So fanatic. They act like that, like freaking fanatics from a cult, man. It's just, it's sad. Can't relate to characters like that are so extreme. Kane from Final Fantasy IV, okay. Yeah, that's a good one. Chrono Trigger Antagonist? Gilead Osborne. Again, I understand what he was trying to achieve, but he's just like the guy from A Euden Chronicle or Unicorn Overlord. I mean, he's just the end. I mean, the means don't justify the end. It's just no. But yeah, I mean, I agree. At the beginning, his intentions were like something anybody can empathize with. You know, when you finally know why he did what he did. But then it got off the bat from there, off the rails from there, Gilead Osborne. So it became harder and harder to empathize with a character like Gilead Osborne.